I have to admit that I don't understand a lot of the takes that I'm seeing on the TikTok ban because you don't have to like it. I don't like it. But geopolitically, it makes a lot of sense, and not for the reasons that are being said on here as much. Because when you have these old farts talking about how, oh, does it connect to the Wi-Fi, and getting made fun of for it, really, it kind of is the thing that matters. It's the metadata. I suspect that these cats are often too out of touch to understand how important this app is for us as humans, and also for social justice organizing and for doing work around things that are good. They probably don't get that. And yes, the US has a long history of destroying platforms and places where people gather to do social justice, but I don't think that's what's happening here. If you were Joe Biden and you spent most of your adult life thinking that a war with China is inevitable, and then you use your presidency to do several things which make that war even more inevitable, the fact that there is an app that means the location of 1/3 of all Americans is being tracked all the time, that is a serious cause for concern, because whoever has access to that data now has a map of every military base, every nuclear facility, everywhere the United States citizens go. And in the next war, which will be called World War I, there will be a cyber warfare component that is something we can't quite understand, but it will be attacks from within. And the knowledge of the infrastructure of the United States and how all of this stuff is connected will be a big part of that. And so this data will be invaluable to anyone who uses it. That being said, it probably isn't being used that efficiently. Probably one intelligence agency in China has access to this, but if it's like anywhere else with balkanized bureaucracies, it's not getting shared around. I know that's typical in China, according to Jeffrey Ding of the Chin AI newsletter, and it makes sense of what you see in the United States too, because who does the CIA hate? The CIA doesn't hate China or Russia. The CIA hates the FBI. They hate those domestic gumshoes who always fuck things up. And so this data probably isn't getting shared as widely as we think, only because of territorial purposes. But that's beside the point. If there really is a war coming, as so many are trying to make happen in U.S. leadership, this tranche of data is vitally important. And yes, I know this data can be bought from other sources, but this is an amazing mountain of data when you have 1/3 of citizens coming through one app. And so what they're doing makes a lot of sense, and I suspect it's a lot less about what we're saying on here than what could be happening in the future with a war.